Raubat Yasar, Anuki Tum Amun Hatep Rayay, Anuki Mudra Sun Shalel Baba Yanana.
Rahubat, Anuki Nas'attat Kaa'ah Aanakhtat Sanantat Atum Rayay, and I'm a student teacher of the master teacher Baba Yananan.
And before we start today's class, I want to start off reciting our pledge. Parahen Shalil Munwapu.
The Pledge of Nuwaupians.
Nakuk Rahun Tayuan Leye Wu-Nuwaup.
I pledge allegiance to Wu-Nuwaup
Shalil Pa Tahuda Munwaup Shabat.
of the United Nuwaupian Tribe.
Wahu Yasar Tahed Sa'a Wu-Sabat.
One family under Orion and Sirius.
Kare Sahu Rakuk, Sahu Hakum, Sahu Fahum.
With right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding.
Lahe Kalil Sahu Thahum, Kare Jamud Sahu Nakush.
For all right overstanding with sound right reasoning. Today's reading is titled Pleasures. 1. O you all who are unenlightened from among our deceived people of Nubians, Moors, Cushites, Negroids, your utterances were not in confirmation of our articulation and our true way of life, called Nuwaupu, from Wu-Nuwaup. You are of Napata, Karma, Mero, the true Tamarans. You had and have a way of life. 2. But now you believe all kinds of lies and fairy tales found in the hearts and minds of the liars and their corrupted scriptures. They perverted our culture and made religions of spookism for you to have blind faith, and as you worship their own image. 3. We certainly have spoken what is fact, the truth, and can be found if you would only look, but you listen to their lies. 4. They lie and also claim their books are from a God whose name changes from time to time. They are absolutely not inspired from above. No such evil people as they are, who makes themselves a partner in physical image to the Heavenly One, can be trusted. He claims and affirms whomsoever follows and obeys my image, my likeness, indeed obeys God, which is one of his titles they use. Such a statement is a monstrous lie and blasphemy. They live by a false Bible. 5. The Most High can forgive any sin you act out, knowing you have been misled by others to have faith in nothing but their own dreams of greatness, while you reject your own facts about self and kind. Does not true genetic science tell you who you are? Does not true findings world over reveal who you are? 6. You are the first and you will be the last remaining when all is said and done. So any sins or acts you commit while you don't know will be forgiven to you. However, now that you know, refusing to accept the truth and reject others' ways is a great evil. 7. And adding his lifestyle to your own, you as a divine person. Who is more wicked than the ones who add lies to our culture, our past? Those who learned to love evil, lust, filth, and the great fabrications and lies about your way of life. Let us say this fundamentally. Such liars will never win. They have no love for you. They look at you as a fool, to be used against your own and for his. You work to make him wealthy while you are poor. And if he gives you some of your wealth and his wealth for acting for him, performing for him, making fools of your own, he will find a way to take it back in his court system. What a deceiver he is by nature. Don't you see that? 8. We have our own way of life, Wu-Nuwaup, a particular culture, not a religion of beliefs or faith, unproven lies as he has created. His plays, fictions, mysteries, ghosts, monsters, fake heroes, Also, he has created religions for you to believe. The same feeling you get in temples, churches, mosques, is the same you get in theaters, great performances, acts, drama, magic, illusions, and plays, all theatrical. Where is the proof, the confirmations? It is only acts, acting, and actors. 9. While your way of life from time back is so superior that they take from it, change it, use it, and call it their religions. No other people on this planet go back before you Negroids, not one. This they have found to be true. Our ways have invited you to the most sublime and noble pathway to the stars. 10. How then can our creators ever inspire a religion for whom we did not send a messenger? 2. And in which none of the truth can be confirmed. It's only lies to take your very being, your soul, your spirit, and worship nothing but 6 ether ghosts, spirits of their dead, pretending to be angels. Evil is all they do until they fade into nothingness. 11. They claim they don't believe in beings from other worlds beyond the stars. They say UFOs, little green men. Oh no, that cannot be. Yet they ask you to believe in spirit beings called angels who come to earth. From where? They say heaven. Where is that place? They say up there and point above. They say they came to Mary 2,000 years ago, and she gave birth to God as his own son. They say they even fight one another in heaven and cast others of them to a place called hell. They say some come to earth and had sex with earth women and birthed children. They say they have wings and can fly. They say they can take on human form. This is what they want you to believe, because they say so. But who came to help build the pyramids or to put a seed in Egyptian women as Natharu watchers? That did not happen. Why do you believe these liars? Is it not clear that they are the evil ones on the planet? 12. They need you to believe in them and their religious stories, because in doing so, you believe them as your God. As dark is bad, light is good. White is pure, black is dirty. While white is good, black is bad. Self-hate is all they need from you. Self-hate of self and kind is all he wants from you to win your very 9-ether gold soul. 13. Suffice it to say that your true way of life, your culture, is not a religion, but the way of love, truth, family, compassion, and peace. It has been entrusted to you through Wu-Nuwaup as a persuasive proclamation. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. We have supported this proclamation with facts as an extraordinary revelation by the way of Amun Rayay Bata. 14. Whosoever puts his or her trust in any other religions except our true way of life, Nuwaup, it will not be recognized. At the very end of his line, they will find themselves amongst the regretful. 15. The ancestors have left us the path on the walls in papyrus. They have conveyed the true way of life for us in a way that cannot be lost or doubted, to remind us of our true way of life in these last days. We have tried on others' dress, ate their food, listened to their music, married their cursed seed. We talk like them. We walk like them. We swear like them. We now even lie like them. But we have our own true ways. And to approve the veracity of Wu-Nuwaup, the purpose is to demonstrate a superiority over all religions, no matter whether the hypocrites agree or disagree. 16. And as for you who belong to the family of the antagonist from among our misled family, you spill the blood of animal sacrifices to seek forgiveness and mercy. Some even believe that a person named Jesus, Yeshua, died for their evil doings from heaven, evils that your own hand have committed, or lust, stealing, murder, immorality, wickedness, and oppression. You listen to those who pretend to know, to steal money from those who trust them. Do any of you think that you can play a part in all this and it is not known? Are you not aware that an acceptable sacrifice to heaven is first truth, a clean heart, a heart which runs over with compassion, love, and peace toward our own people? 18. On the other hand, be merciful to the animals as your descendants were in Tamaray, because neither their flesh on altars nor their blood will avail with heaven. What will avail is your return to your own. 19. What happened is we opened our arms to the beast man, and this is what transpired. He rushed in with his evil ways and changed the truth to lies. They blocked the pathway back to truth with pleasures. And look at you now. That's all you know is pleasures, lust, sex. Look at what you have become with each transformation from African to Europeans. Look at yourself. You only speak his tongues and eat his foods. It's not too late, without beginning and without ending.
And really quick as well, we have a couple updates I'm gonna go over. So these are updates from our master, Baba Yanu. We're starting off 1. Signs that alien invasions has began. 1. The promotion of eating more meat. 2. The zombie propaganda. 3. The computer, iPhones, TV, and home detections to enable them to look and listen to your every action and invade your privacy. 4. Worldwide chaos, high rate of death, destruction of history, destroying stone tablets, scrolls, and structures. 5. New viruses, diseases, and drugs. 6. Requesting people to send in their DNA. 7. Mating and setting up dates as the perfect match for people. 8. Replacements of yellow fur blondes with blue eyes for those with Rh negative blood types, that is red fur, green eyes, also called gingers. 9. Weather weapons in use worldwide. And 10. Indoctrination of UFOs as well as USOs, aliens, to replace religions of fictions. And moving on to 2. The world has read all that Yanun has gave them as the supreme being of this cycle. Now, at the center, once again moved from the 19th seat, elder, to the 24th seat, then to the center, as the Ancient of Days, their end is upon them, and we will overcome all of this. 3. The system of your DNA is base pairs, even numbers, and of music and language. You can alter your own genetics. You actually untune yourself. C major becomes C flat or C sharp. Any alterations of your being can affect your DNA and genes by how you speak, words, and sounds. Not having your own language is playing another's music by sentences. When you say I love you and truly mean it, you notice you change from normal speech to meaning. Emotional DNA will always react to language-modulated laser lights and even to radio waves. If the exact frequencies are being used, you must return to your own. Look how being under the Caucasoid and the Arabians has affected our own race. Negroid voices. After 400 years of trying to please them, act like them, speak like them, you are now being untuned, and all his unnatural nature will become your own. That includes his diseases, sickness, both mentally and physically. That is what I meant by it took the Caucasoid race 400 years, or from 1600 to 2000 AD, to make a hybrid Negro, a new mulatto, neutrinoids, race, or mental and physical minions who serve him without questions. They are being paid to give up their DNA, their positive blood types, by the Caucasoids who need to feed off of them. So your DNA is in fact influenced by words, how they're used, what you say and how, the tone, the rhythm, and the frequencies. No other races of people speak, move, or act like you originally. Yet, what you see as Negroids on TV and cinema is what the Caucasoids shaped and formed as the Negroids. Directors, they are paid to act the way they do, or they're not used on TV or in cinemas and won't get paid. So he made a Negroid you see today in two groups. One, those who imitate whites, as well as two, those he taught to act like niggers. The real self is lost also this way. One, those who act like Christians, them. Two, those who act like Hebrews, them. Three, those who act like Muslims, them. Four, those who don't know how to act, them. This is what I mean, lost your very soul. Your DNA changed, your genes altered to other than self as Africans. He also has another system he used on our race. It's 1, a physical uniform. 2, a mental uniform or position, and remove the you to become minions of, for, them. So after 400 years, you are literally out of your mind and in his mind. Our DNA harnesses both sound and light in its moment-by-moment operation. Even more than that, it is linked to space and time. It magnetizes you to other dimensions by personal vortex connections between other places in space and time in the omniverse, through which outformation can be transmitted outside of space and time of this universe. You are, in fact, part of all. The DNA attracts these bits of outformation and passes them into your information or consciousness. You are part of the all as all. You are this universe, and this universe is you. You as Negroids were grown to be a perfect being, only changed and altered by those who were made imperfect long after you, made you sick and ill both physically and mentally. There is good you and evil him. It's plain as black, eternal, and white, temporary. Blackness existed when light was ignited. So your divine soul etheric being is a vortex in the fabric of vacuum, space, multiple vortices. Your consciousness must outlive the physical you, or the body being, the etheric you, or 9 ether, from your 0 point before you even grew your body, or your original home as mother, from where the material world and physical you was grown or born. You must return to your natural self. I don't mean you can't wear makeup. I mean actual alterations of your physical you, be it your body or thinking. 4, these are our tribal colors as Wu-Nuwaup. 1, red. 2, black. 3, white. 4, gold. These are the colors that must be worn on Pa Mijdal, the braid. You can wear any colors you like at the top of your braid, yet these colored beads must be worn at the end of your Nas'attat braid, females, and Amun braid, males. Tawakum Yasar. And with that being said, if anybody has any rereads, comments, or questions, we would like to address that at this time.
Robot.
In regards to our tribal colors and them being worn on our braid, was it ever mentioned the importance of the sequence of the colors, or it doesn't matter?
No. You can, as long as they're at the end of the braid, you can wear whatever colors you want at the top of the braid. But our tribal colors, whichever sequence you like, should be at the end.
Okay, tell her.
Also, that was verse 4 in the update. So the first color would be red, second color black, third color white, and fourth color gold. These colors represent different aspects in our culture as well. So a lot of them is red, of course, is like love, passions. The black has always been like a state of noon, right? The noon, or the primordial darkness, or the triple darkness, which he always speaks about. That's like a state of balancement, or which we call supreme balancement. White, I believe, he's synonymized with chaos, right? The chaos or the light of the world, artificial light. Whereas the gold might represent the royalty, like the royal gold and the gold in our blood, of course, that you see throughout our culture. So they all have meanings, which probably even there's more as well, but there's a significance to why we wear these colors. But it doesn't have to be in any particular order.
I have a question from the update. You mentioned USO. Can you please elaborate?
Could you repeat the question one more time?
Can you elaborate on what a USO is?
Right. I'm gonna read it just for everybody, just so we're clear. That was in one of the signs for us as Wu-Nuwaup, as well as anybody else, to know that aliens or the alien invasion has begun. USO would translate, or is an acronym, it stands for Unidentified Submerged Objects. So the master teacher taught that there's different crafts that come throughout the plane or throughout the different atmospheres of Earth. So you have some that are what you call, they're tying into the magnetism of the planet, which we call Lagrange point, right? And you also have some crafts that can move within the atmosphere or the stratosphere of the planet, but you also have some crafts that can move within the water. So like most like a submarine. Did I answer your question, brother? Okay. Any more questions?
Tua, in that reading again, I think it was the next to last verse where I didn't hear the word clear, avail about if the way we treat animals or if we do something with animals.
Correct. I'll reread it. As verse 18. So on the other hand, be merciful to the animals as your descendants were in Tamaray, because neither their flesh on altars nor their blood will avail, meaning the animal's flesh or blood, with heaven. And they're saying what will avail is your return to your own. So I know how most people are into voodoo or Santeria or anything dealing with animal sacrifices to please overlords or different deities or beings that they call on, or specters, for a better term. That is not what will save you nor your soul. So as in Tamaray, we respected the animals, we respected nature. We didn't use them, for negative vices or to spill their blood to call on disagreeable beings. So it's saying that what will avail for you to save your soul, give me 1 second, is your return to your own and living your own true way of life.
Rahubat, there's a part in the update where you said light and sound is transmuted by DNA. I may have it in the wrong sequence, but is it possible you can repeat that part?
Okay, ask that one more time.
In the update, there's a part that speaks about light and sound and how it reacts with DNA. I think the word was transmute. If I'm not mistaken, it's closer to the center or near the end.
Okay, there's one more. And removed the you to become minions of and for them. So after 400 years, you are literally out of your mind, and in his mind, our DNA harnesses both sound and light in its moment-by-moment operations. Even more than that, it is linked to space and time.
That was it. Our DNA harnesses light and sound.
Sure.
Okay. What is meant by our DNA harnesses light and sound?
Right now, like the Negroids, or what we say in our language, Nagar Nadu, Negroids, it's very prevalent that we understand our relation to the sun and different light rays, right? When it comes from the sun, we call it photons. And at this point, when it comes into your cell and mixes with your DNA, there's a reaction or a chemical reaction that happens. As far as the DNA itself, you have different, what they call amino, I want to be correct when I say it, cytosine, adenine, guanine, and thymine, correct? These are 3 or 4 different base pairs that get affected, and they're continually changing to come out as far as your genetics is concerned. Now, light, when it touches, like for example, you have melanin. We have melanin that coats our cells. And what melanin does is a photopigment. So it works similarly in mammals as would chlorophyll in plant. So what it does is it transforms this light as an energy source. So like the Caucasian, right? He has a different grade or type of melanin. So we say there's eumelanin, pheomelanin, and neuromelanin. The Caucasian's type of melanin that coats their DNA is not efficient. So that's why you see when they go out into the sun, they have no protection. So the light actually comes in and it bends the DNA of the Caucasian. So that's why you see the skin, it breaks at the first layer or the epidermis. They have skin burns, rashes, sunburn, and then it goes to transform into actually attacking that cell, which you get skin cancers and the likes. Right, and liver spots. These are all different aspects of what light is doing to their DNA or to their skin, the reaction that it's having, letting you know that they're not supposed to be here at this point in time, being that we're coming into the sun cycle. So the way the sun reacts with us as Negroids is actually the sun. We need the sun, right? We say we are the sun beings or people of the sun, meaning your soul came from the sun originally as well. So it's very important that we understand that. Did that kind of answer your question? So we had a question up front.
Raubat again.
Raubat.
It's in the update you said that Baba Yanun will move from the 19th to the 24th, then to the center. I have an idea of what, I think I know what that means, but could you elaborate on that, Tawad?
Sure. I'll give a brief elaboration on that. I'll read it again. The world has read all that Yanun has gave them as the supreme being of this cycle. Now, at the center, once again, move from the 19th seat, elder, to the 24th seat, then to the center, as the Ancient of Days. Their end is upon them, and we will overcome all of this. As far as the actual what was going on, it was communicated that he got promoted, okay, to the 24th seat. So originally, if you go back to the Holy Tablets, page 69, I believe, chapter 7, it was talking about the original 23 elders that was assigned over this planet. They left the 24th seat open. Right, so there was 23 originally. They left the 24th seat open. They said this was going to be the, I can try to read it. They said the 24th seat was open for the news bearer. Right, they was going to leave it open. The one to take the seat was going to take on the title as the news bearer. So as far as, I mean, that's all that we know as far as right now. So him being who he is, of course, a news bearer would be an aspect or attribute that he has. So moving into that 24th seat, as well as the relation that it has to the planet. Because that number 24 is very important. Of course, you know, this is Project 24. You got 24,000 base pairs or genomes, 24,000 miles to the planet. So it's very synonymous with everything that's going on. So it might be toward that as well. But then, like you said, again, he moved to the center. He's always been in the center. Right, you got the attribute or the name we refer to him as, which was one of the names, Pa-Kupt, right, which translates in English as the center. So he's always been the center being. He's the head of the 24.
And also 19 dealing with, if you refer to our calendar book, which is also being updated at the moment. 19 is the number that we usually deal with in relation to time, and our cycle of time is Nagaru. So when it says like their end is upon them and we will overcome this, basically it's, you know, the 19 in relation to time, it's our time. So you can also relate that as well.
That answer your question? Any more questions?
Final call.
Going once, going twice. All right. We want to thank you all for coming out. We hope to see you again. Travel safe and wadu.
Wadu.